Hey, this is your MTB rookie. This channel is all about mountain bikes, adventure, and the great outdoors, and of course, affordable wristwatches. Many of you out there are watch enthusiasts like I am. And if you do like a wristwatch, chances are you've probably got more than one in your collection. Well, whether you are at the lower end of the scale, affordable watches like me, or whether you are into boutique watches, which can run into hundreds of thousands of pounds, a watch that I think you should have in your collection, or at least consider, is a GMT. So I own a GMT. It is a homage to the amazing Rolex Master 2 GMT, the Sprite version. And I want to take a few moments to tell you why you should have this in your collection and why it matters. Let's have a look at this. It's go time. Okay, so if like me, you're an enthusiast who shops at the more budget end of the scale, I'm a huge Casio fan, but I love automatic watches, then you're probably already familiar with Pagani design. Now you can get it on eBay, you can get it on AliExpress, or Amazon, which is my go-to. And Amazon sells various of their references, ranging from about £70 if you're my side of the world, Isle of Man, UK way, all the way up to about £150. And these homages are excellent, representing most of the major brands out there. This one in particular is one of my favorites. Let me give you a closer look. And here you have it, the Pagani Design PD1662. As far as homage watches go, this is an incredible reference. I've had this now for months and really happy with not only the design, but the accuracy. It's a workhorse, it just keeps on going. Okay guys, allow me to geek out here for a couple of moments. Back in the 1950s, there was something glorious that happened. People started traveling internationally with ease, and watchmakers jumped into and onto a new opportunity. Being able to tell the time zone with ease in two different locations. This was in particularly helpful to pilots because they needed to keep track of different time zones, especially when navigating and receiving weather updates. And so the GMT was introduced and people loved it. So how to solve the problem of displaying two or dual time zones on an analog watch? Well, by introducing a second hour hand and a rotating 24-hour bezel. How does that work? Well, the watch is indicating that it's now 20 to 5 in my local time here on the Isle of Man. And my second time, which I'm indicating, is a time in Perth, Australia, which shows that it is now nearly midnight. How cool is that? So here you have it now, my 7.5-inch wrist. It is a very comfortable wear, and I want to show you something that is really interesting. According to legend, if you want to put it that way, Rolex introduced for the Explorers a GMT that has two different color motifs. The idea being that this is your evening and this is your daytime. So at a glance, especially in low light conditions, you'll be able to see that this is now 12 o'clock at nighttime. So GMTs come in many shapes and sizes. I specifically went for the Rolex homage because there's a particular feature here that works well for me. Do you note that the crown on this reference doesn't sit at the 3 o'clock, but rather at the 9 o'clock? That is super helpful because I tend to get really irritated when I've got a big crown on the watch here. Like I say, this is a cheapy homage and probably wouldn't mind if it's scratched, don't mind getting it wet, don't mind wearing it in the garden. But for what it is, just look at how that second hand is smoothly operating with the pearl automatic movement it's got. It's got a ceramic bezel. And overall, Cyclops, although it only magnifies, I think, maybe 1.5%. If it was a real GMT, that would have been 2.5% magnification, but still, come on guys. For what it is, it's awesome. Now, with the original Rolex GMT, a watch I will never own, you don't get a display case back. So this is a bit of a gimmick from Pagani Design, but that is awesome. Just look at that heartbeat. Watch it go, watch it go. I love it. Well done, Pagani. So Pagani ships originally this reference on a bracelet. However, that was a little bit bling for me. I'm also a dad. I'm an outdoors kind of guy. And so I replaced it with this silicone straps, a little bit more functional. Now, according to the watch, it even says it on the dial here, it is water resistant up to 10 bar or 100 meters. Now, I'll take it into the water, I'll swim with it, but I don't think I'll take it into the ocean. I'm not sure. I've become a little bit fond of it. I don't want it to stop ticking. You may say, MTB Rookie, I don't really travel internationally, but you know what? We've become a global society, and most of us have either friends or family in different countries. I've got family in Perth, Australia, among other places, and so there it's displaying right now that while it is 5 o'clock here on the Isle of Man, it is 12 o'clock in Perth. Too late for a phone call. If you want to chat, we better chat tomorrow. So, did I manage to whet your appetite for your own GMT? Well, MTB Rookie, you might be saying, I already have an electronic watch, an Apple Watch. It gives me all the different time zones and more. Perhaps it does. But if, like me, you're intrigued by the mechanical marvel that's an automatic watch on your wrist, especially one that tells more than one time zone, then why not get yourself a GMT? I'd love to know what your favorite watch is. I'd love to know what your favorite manufacturer is. And I'd love to share this journey with you. Anyway, up until our next adventure, all the best and see you soon. It's go time.